How would you give the blueprint to Terence to beat Canelo Alvarez?
Just need to do his job, what he's doing well. You know, he's changing his stance, he's moving a lot, you know, he's keeping distance. Like this he could win, of course, not with changing punches with him.
Bruh, rumour mill going crazy right now. Word is, Dmitry Bivol slid into Terence Crawford's gym like he was just dropping off a package and somehow ended up lacing the gloves.
He needs to get used to the power and pressure of 168 because it's different, big difference to be honest. Maybe he will get used to it and how he will be feeling himself on the same day when he will fighting, how his training camp will go on.
Why Bivol? Cause he the man that already handed Canelo that L, so Bud figured, let me get some of that secret sauce before I step in there. They say Bud was switching stances so smooth, Bivol started blinking like his Wi-Fi was lagging. And Bivol's defense was so clean, Bud thought he was shadowboxing a ghost.
You know, when I came to boxing gym and my coach told me that one of the rules it's like respect the weight classes, you know. You should respect weight classes. But he has a very good skill. He's one of my favorite fighters, active fighters now.
One dude in the gym swears they weren't even trying, just friendly work. But you know how that goes. Two champs in one ring, somebody's ego gonna try and sneak out with a W. If this rumour's true, Canelo might be at home watching the footage like, yeah, I'ma need extra core workouts this week.
How good is Crawford?
Crawford is amazing, not just good, he's amazing. And
he said the same thing about you.
Thank you, Terence. But I think he should be in the book for
really? Is that good?
How to learn boxing, you know?
Really?
He's a very good fighter. Yeah, I like to watch his fights.
And speaking of Canelo versus Bivol, man, that fight was like watching a video game on hard mode, where the boss don't even flinch. Canelo came in throwing heat, but Bivol was just catching punches like he was collecting coins, barely breaking a sweat. Now here's where Crawford comes in. Bud been watching that tape like it's his favourite Netflix series, pausing every jab Bivol landed like, yep, I'll borrow that. Every time Canelo tried to get inside, Bivol kept him out with that long jab, and you just know Crawford's picturing himself doing the same. But with a little extra slickness. It wasn't a beatdown, but Bivol had all the answers before the bell even rang. And Crawford's the type of dude to take that answer sheet, remix it, and make Canelo's night even rougher. That's why folks keep bringing that fight up. Bivol made Canelo look human, and Bud's trying to turn that human into lost and confused.
Bivol is the fight you gotta study if you're Crawford. Crawford ain't Floyd, but he can do a Bivol. The problem is Bivol's a big dude. I got Berlanga beating Crawford. I got Callum Smith beating Crawford. Just way too huge, of course. But that's why Crawford ain't campaigning at 168. He's trying to beat Canelo.
Now, Canelo versus Crawford, phew, that's a whole different chess game. Canelo's the seasoned powerhouse, a dude who can break ribs like they're potato chips, and Crawford's the master switch hitter who can download your style faster than your Wi-Fi on a good day. This ain't just strength versus speed, it's pride versus precision, Mexico's kingpin versus Omaha's silent assassin. If Canelo lands that left hook to the body, Bud's gonna feel it for a week.
These fighters literally study Crawford and plan on throwing a straight right because he's a southpaw and he's not a natural southpaw. So they actually plan for it. It's just that Terence Crawford is so damn durable and good and athletic that even when they're landing it, he's okay.
But if Crawford gets his rhythm early, he might have Canelo swinging at shadows all night. It's a fight where one mistake could have the crowd screaming and the other guy wondering how it all went wrong. Man, Danny Garcia out here sounding like that one friend who hypes you up, but still slips in the "but be careful though" warning. Like, yeah bro, you can climb that tree, but the last guy who tried broke his ankle. I get it, Canelo is a big dude, built like he drinks protein shakes for breakfast, lunch and dinner.
You know, at the end of the day, they're two great pound-for-pound fighters, and if they feel like, you know, it makes sense and they want to fight each other, stylistically it's a great fight. But you know, Canelo, he's a big dude, so I think it'd be hard for anyone to beat him at 168.
But if we only judged fights on size, David never would have touched Goliath. And Crawford? He's that guy who studies your every move, then robs you in broad daylight, legally inside the ring. I ain't saying Bud walks through Canelo, but if Danny's thinking size alone is the wall, then he forgot Bud's the type to bring a sledgehammer. And for real, I don't know about you, but I'd pay good money just to see the look on Canelo's face if Bud starts making him miss like he's shadowboxing air. That's the kind of fight where you keep snacks and a seatbelt ready.
And I think it'd be hard for anyone to beat him at 168. But you know, it's definitely a big money fight, and that's why we're all in boxing, you know, to make the biggest fights and try to be great.
Alright, so after Danny Garcia gave us that Canelo a big dude public service announcement, Abel Sanchez came in like the professor who just failed your favourite fighter on the final exam. Bro basically said, listen, weight classes exist for a reason, then dropped that Kell Brook versus GGG analogy like a mic. He's painting a picture where Bud's first few rounds might be spicy, but after Canelo gets the timing, it's just going to look like Canelo's sparring a smaller guy for fun.
Terence Crawford is a great fighter, but that's why we have weight divisions. I think that Canelo has proven as he has risen in the weights, he's dealt with the best in his weight divisions that he's at now.
And that part about Crawford maybe coming in at 180, 190 pounds. Man, if Bud's walking around looking like a mini bodybuilder, that ain't muscle, it's just extra luggage. You can't pack your way to power, fam. Abel's basically warning us that after round 6, Bud might be stuck on that I can't move like I used to Wi-Fi connection, while Canelo's out here downloading the fight in 4K. And you know Canelo, once he's comfortable, he starts throwing those I'm not even looking at you shots just to flex.
But if he's comes in at 168 or 170 pounds by fight night, 175, I think it'll be too much. I think it'll be slower. Yeah. He's not going to punch any harder just because he got the weight.
I'm telling you, if Bud slows down even a little, Canelo will treat that ring like his living room. And by the sound of it, Abel's low-key betting the fight ends looking more like a masterclass than war. But hey, that's why we watch. Because Bud loves proving people wrong. And this time, the doubters are loud. Man, right after Abel Sanchez came through dropping his weight classes matter gospel, here comes Shannon Briggs kicking the church doors open yelling, Crawford by stoppage! Like he just placed the winning lotto ticket on Bud's gloves. And he ain't whispering it either. Briggs out here talking like he's seen it in a dream sequence narrated by Morgan Freeman.
I've been saying Crawford by stoppage.
By stoppage?
Yeah.
Crawford stoppage?
Yes, sir.
You truly believe that could happen?
Yeah. I've been saying it for months, since way back now.
What makes you think that?
He's telling us Bud's got that both ways switch hitting late round monster energy, like he gets stronger the longer the Wi-Fi stays connected. And you gotta love the way he says he saw something in Crawford's eyes when Bud was just 12. Bruh, if Shannon saw that same look years later in Turkey, that means Crawford's been carrying main character energy since before TikTok existed. But Briggs keeps it real. He's like, I might be wrong, I might be right, but I don't gamble, because I'm terrible at it.
Because Canelo has got, from what I can see, one of the best chins in boxing.
Because sometimes you get a Usyk. I think Terence Crawford is like Usyk. He can fight both ways. He gets stronger as the fight goes on. He wants to prove something. I'm not biased because of this. I mean, I met him when he was 12 years old, came to my gym, I seen him training then, 12 years old.
Really?
And I could see something in his eyes.
Translation. This is less Vegas odds, more old school gut feeling. And the way he says, it's time, you can tell he's low-key trying to speak a Crawford upset into existence, like a boxing preacher calling for an upset revival. And honestly, I kinda respect that energy. Sometimes, you need somebody to say it out loud before the rest of the world believes it. It's like he's trying to plant the seed in Canelo's head, just enough to make him blink in round 8. And if Briggs ends up right, he's never gonna let us forget it. He'll be on Instagram Live yelling "Let's go champ" for 3 weeks straight. But if he's wrong, man, he'll just laugh it off and say, told you I don't gamble. Then go right back to hyping the next fight like nothing happened.
There's something in there that says, yo, I want to prove something. And that's the best thing in the world, champ. We're going to see it. I could be wrong. He could get stopped. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's going to stop him because Canelo good, but it's time. It's time for something else now.
So, Whether you're rolling with Canelo's body-snatching power or Crawford's slick chess game wizardry, one thing's for sure, we're in for a wild ride. Fights like this don't come around often, and when they do, you've got to soak it in, talk your trash, and enjoy every second. Drop your pick in the comments, let's see who's really calling this right. And you already know, if you laughed, learned, or got hyped from this, smash that like button, share it with your fight crew, and hit subscribe so you never miss these no-filter breakdowns. 'Cause trust me, the next one, it's gonna be even crazier.